So you're wanting an adrenaline rush, are you? Hi everyone, welcome to today's video, which is the top 5 psychological thrillers slash crime genre type books that I would recommend should you be wanting to maybe get more into that genre, or if you're already a huge fan of these subjects, there's a couple more books that you might not have read that you might want to add to your TBR. So I'm going to start straight away with the number one and the what I would consider the more obvious of the books that I'm going to be mentioning, and that is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This was one of the first psychological thriller slash crime slash that I read, and I loved it, and it got me more into this sort of genre. And after I read this, I started picking up way more psychological thrillers and crime novels than I'd ever done previously. I'm pretty sure everybody knows the story of Gone Girl. A wife goes missing and her husband's the number one suspect, and he starts getting questioned over what he's done to his wife, and the story unravels from there. If you haven't read much along the subject line and you're looking to get into the genre, this is an excellent one to start with, provided you haven't already watched the movie, because the movie will ruin it, and the movie is nowhere near as good as the book. So give this one a go if you're looking to get into more psychological style books. Next up, we have a very tattered, battered copy of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I'm not going to even try to say the first name of the author, but it's the last name looks like Larson. But yeah, if you can pronounce that name, then you are 10 times the person that I am. This is 542 pages long, so even if you have watched the movie, you could still learn a lot from the book. I love the movie, but I really enjoyed the book. It was originally written in Swedish and has been translated. It does delve a little bit into the Swedish criminal system and different laws and things like that, which can be a little bit hard to get your head around, but the rest of the story is just so good, so gripping, and very clever. It's definitely one to read if you're looking for a meatier read and a little bit more of a read that you have to concentrate on. This is excellent. So basically it's about a journalist who has been shamed, and he gets hired by the Vanger family because years ago they lost one of their own, and they wanted to know what happened to her, because it's a complete mystery as to where she went to, what happened to her, and so they have stopped trusting the police and they want to have someone else put a fresh look onto it. The shamed journalist is known for his investigation skills and his ability to uncover things that other people may have missed. So they hire him and pay him a wage to live with them and try and figure out what happened to the missing daughter. And it's really gripping, really good, and it's definitely one of my favourite books. Next up, we've got Stranger Child by Rachel Abbott. I've mentioned Rachel Abbott a lot of times on this channel. I've really been enjoying her books. I discovered her by accident and I've been loving her writing style ever since. It's all set in England, Manchester, and this one I personally found to be, out of the ones I've read so far, the one that stuck with me more, the one that sort of unnerved me a lot more, made me feel a lot more adrenaline when I was reading it. I couldn't get through it fast enough. So it's about a family called Emma and David. Emma and David. And David was married before he married Emma. He had a wife and a 6-year-old daughter who went missing after a car crash and were never seen again. Nobody knows what happened to them. 6 years later, David's now married to Emma and they've got their own child together called Ollie, and they've made their own life together. But Emma starts to question what actually happened to the first wife and the daughter. She's feeling a little bit scared, a little bit nervous for her and her baby. So it unravels from there. And this is, again, it's a page turner. It's adrenaline filled, and it explores quite a few what I would consider taboos as well. Quite sort of scary, hard stuff. So this is brilliant if you're into the genre. Next up, I've got The Husband's Secret by Liane Moriarty. This one, it was bought for me and I didn't realise it would be sort of a thriller. I thought it was going to be something else by the cover. Just normally thrillers are quite a dark cover, and this is like a really nice, pretty, like flower on the front, and So I just wasn't expecting it, and even from the blurb, it doesn't actually give a lot away that it's it doesn't actually give a lot away about the subject matter. So it's about a woman who finds her husband's secret letter and finds out his deepest, darkest secret. And she doesn't know what to do with the information. That's all I'll say, because I don't want to give anything away. But I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. I enjoyed the writing style. It's all set in Australia, around Sydney, and I really enjoyed the writing style, and I was very into the book, and then just the further I got into it, the more and more gripped I became. It took me a while to actually understand what was going on, because it is based on the perspectives of a couple of different women. I think it's 3. It's been a while since I read this, it might be 4, but I think it's 3. And different chapters will just switch whoever they're talking about, and whoever the woman is at the time. And so at first you're sort of getting into someone's story, and then to switch you feel a little bit frustrated, but then once you get past that, once you get used to that sort of writing style, it's an excellent book, and I couldn't put it down. Finally, number 5 is Just What Kind of Mother Are You by Paula Daly. This was another impulse buy, and I'll be mentioning it in my wrap-up video when that comes, because I've just read it, and I absolutely loved this. This was just another where I had to carry it everywhere I went, that I couldn't stop reading it. Even now, I read it almost a month ago, and I can't get it out of my head. I think about it nearly every day, and I've read a few books since then, but this one's been the one that stuck. It's about a woman who's got a very busy life. She's got a husband, she's got a couple of kids. They're living in the Lake District in the UK, and she's got a job, she's balancing everything, and she's a little bit sort of frazzled, I think would be the word, a little bit worn out. And she forgot she was meant to be looking after her friend's daughter, and her friend's daughter goes missing. So it's now a race against time to find out what's actually happened to her friend's daughter, and the guilt that she feels, because obviously she was meant to be looking after this girl and she's gone. And yeah, so it's, once the story starts to unravel, it was a lot of books you can often pick out what you think might be going to happen in the end. This was just, I didn't see it coming at all. So if you're looking for something that's probably going to shock you a bit, this, go for it. So that's the top 5 psychological / crime / so if you've read any of these, let me know, and if you're going to pick any of them up, let me know, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye!